Hi, my name is Leanne Shawler. I am an artist and a writer, and today we're going into Stationery World because I'm going on a little trip to Japan and South Korea, and this is all I'm bringing with me. The napkin I'm going to use to decorate the cover because I haven't done that yet. It's called Creative Pencil Case, but if you look for this on your shopping app of choice, I'm sure you could find it. I discovered this through another YouTuber. If I can find that link, I'll add to it as well. But it's a trip where I'm going on a cruise, yay. So I have plenty of space there. But I'm also going on a bus trip afterwards, a bus tour. And space is limited. So I have limited myself to this. So this video is going to be, 3 or 4 parts. First part, I'm just going to give you an overview of what's in here. We're not going to dive into the details. Then I will dive into the details. Then I will show you a flip through of the completed journal when I get back. So this is not coming out till after I get back, obviously. And then we'll have a look at and see what's left in here, what I used and what I didn't use. And that may provide wisdom for the future. Past me just seems to still pack too much. I mean, this, I need to weigh it. I'll put the weight here. Let's open this up. You actually have to flip the pencil case to get it to open up the way that it should be opened. Oh, got a little grommety something there. Right, so pencil case. So it's sitting on things it shouldn't have been sitting on. And then we open. This I last minute have decided to throw in. It is from Lauren Phelps Design. You can find her online. And it is basically clear tape. It's double-sided. So for tip-ins, and you don't want, like I have plenty of washi, obviously, but that's going in there. Do the overview, super quick. Pencil case with a few things. Got this from Daiso, super cheap. You can see at a glance what's inside. My Canon IB 2 printer with charging cord, don't forget the charging cord. This is the journal that I have yet to actually do the cover of. It's from Notebook Therapy. Lots of different pink pages. Am I hoping for cherry blossom season? Yes. Will I get it? It's not looking great. So you can see I have washi cards here. I have I have an envelope of stuff in there. We'll look at that later. I have zinc paper stashed away here and there. For the printer, I have, these are from Hobonichi, little miniature albums. We'll go through that in detail. You can skip through to what we used, what we didn't use if you prefer. I have 2 of those. And that. Mainly is washi cards in all pretty pinks because I am hopeful. And then in this pouch here, I have like one more washi card, which has all the dates I'm going on the trip there. And then in the way back, as I like to call it, we have stickers and such. Okay, so if you want to skip ahead now to the chapter where I show you my flip through of my journal and what I did and didn't use, please do so now. Let's take a quick look in here. All right, so we're going to go through everything like step by step, detail by detail. The tape that I mentioned earlier from Lauren Phelps Design. It comes in 2 widths. This is the thinner one because I just thought that'd be easier to carry around. This is a shower cap. This is the unfolded one. This is all the folded up neat one because I'm taking PET tape with me and stickers and so on. So that's somewhere I can put the offcuts while I'm traveling. And then in addition to those, tweezers. We'll do that one last. I'm bringing a Tombow Futosanuke purple pen. This is my glue pen. I'm bringing 2 because they are both low. Maybe I should find a refill of the 05 black Muji pens. And then a purple Muji pen. And then this, I got at Daiso, super cheap. Scissors. This will have to probably go on my carry-on luggage. I'm not sure what the length is. So that's the pencil case. In the envelope, which was stashed back here, it's just bits. So they're just various pieces of ephemera that I've bought from Libby Elixir, and I've had this one for a while actually. Bit of wallpaper, yeah, that's vintage wallpaper. Just plain paper for additional spaces for journaling should I run out of space. And some vellum because it's pretty. More additional spaces. So this is just like to add things in. So there you go. And then this is from the Hinoki thing because this was a Hinoki journal initially. So I'm hoping to stick that in somewhere actually. Do you want that on the cover? I'll set that aside for potential cover purposes. This is like a miniature writing set from Daiso. I might write a letter to my friend. I might write a letter to myself if I actually do get to see cherry blossoms. That would be fabulous. So I threw that in there. Still in its packaging because maybe I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope. This is more ephemera, larger pieces, mostly. So we have some pinks. Can't resist a purple. Tags. Another flower thing. More tags. I'm just going to haul through this. These are from various places, mainly Libby Elixir. That is cardstock. Oh, that's a cardstock. That's from Mark's Mellows. I cut part one of her journals. More vintage wallpaper. This is Stamperia or Peon or somebody. This is also a scrapbooking supply. This is that. I like this. It's got sort of a pinky grey on the back and a big old tag. So that's all in there. This is a Muji bag. And in here, I have not scrapbook ephemera. So actually this is scrapbook ephemera. Train, Travelers Company sticker. These came out of a magazine, and that came out of a magazine. And I don't know why I'm not consolidating these, but I'm going to do that right now. Do they fit? Is that the problem? Oh no, they fit. Fit just fine. Consolidating. This I can use as an ephemera envelope now. Yay. Put that in the back. And then these are print-on stickers by MU, mostly. That's a different brand, a Pre. Again, the cherry blossoms. I mean, I better not be disappointed, right? So this is those. Here is an envelope. Oh, there's another empty. That is empty. An empty Muji bag. We've got two of those now because I consolidated as we spoke. Here we go. So I have some PET tape. I forget where I got this from, but I got it from somewhere. It's very pretty. So again, hopeful for the cherry blossoms. And then these all came from out of the Hinoki Therapy kit. It came with two other inserts, which is a planner and such. And I don't need those. I might pull a page to do the itinerary on and stick that in. But there's stickers, there's weather stickers, moon stickers. I'm going for 3 weeks, so I needed a few of those. I actually don't think I need a to-do list or a habit tracker, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to pull those out. Look, I saved myself 2 pages already. Go me! And then there's some like quote stickers here in 2 different colours. So there are those. And then these are from Job's journal. He put these out a few years ago. I think I got these before I moved, so like 3 to 4 years ago. And these, there's a Korean flag right there. So I'm thinking some of these are of Korea. Yeah, that's also in Korean, that's science. And that's probably a famous river. So this is for my Korean leg. I have hung on to the Swatelia stickers. The actual stickers themselves are in here, but I liked the solidity of this. Like I could do an insert, tip in. So that's why that's there. And then these are random stickers. Well, not random. You know me. I have curated this carefully, and it's the last item. So here's what we have. I have some iridescent foils. I think this, I don't remember where this came from. Planners Avenue here in Australia, probably. From my days of the week. You can tell I hate writing stuff. I'm using old sticker sheets to put some washi stuff down. This is from the first in the Notebook Therapy Hinoki line. And then they did their first one, which was like quite Japanese themed. So there's tea ceremony and things. Losing my words. So I put in just a small selection of those, and this is like an old sticker sheet. Because this is a double-sided washi tape with a peel-off backing. This was a freebie, I think, and I've just thrown her in because she's pretty. She might end up on the cover. I'll put her off to the side. She might be a cover person. In South Korea, I am going on a K-drama tour, so I thought some K-drama boys would be good. And some stylized K-pop idol boys would also be good. And these are from Sticky Club. So is that the green and pink theme? Again, this is like these are very random. These I think are from Leela Journals, her tape. This is Job's journal. These two, I believe, are out of, no, they're also off PET tape. Some random stickers, and also from the Hinoki line from Notebook Therapy. Isn't that pretty? It better not snow while we're there, I'm just saying, but I may have jinxed myself putting that in. These are actually, I think, Chinese characters, and I put these in because we're going to a couple of historical sites, and while that's not traditional Korean Joseon era clothing, it's as close as I got a sticker for. So these came off a Hobonichi Cousin planning set for the month, and I didn't use those two things, but they're, cherry blossom related. So they might work as a header or a sidebar. And again, the Hinoki theme. These are just lovely green stickers. Actually, I don't know why I've included that one in. Checking that one out as well, people. I know. These are just lovely paintings of birds. There's like a little pink one in the corner here. I might see birds and go nuts. I actually don't know why that one's in there. These are capybaras, and they've got hollow on them. I think these are like mainly cruise pictures, so like cruising days, perhaps. I don't know. I'm now second guessing myself. I don't need those either. We have some washi tape here. We have some frames here. A couple of stickers there. And again, some flight stickers, the little washi tape. Some like cruise window views that may or may not be true. Hopefully we'll have a good cup of tea somewhere along the line, and tiny little blossoms from here and there. Well, I'm really glad I checked these because that's not going in either. These are from the Swatelia. These are these guys. These came from here. So I'm hoping to go to most of those places. So that is a very good sticker to be having. These again have like gates and actually I don't need to take all of this. It's got the pinky theme happening. These are Leela Journals. Beautiful sakura frames. Forget where these came from. This again, Leela Journals. And then we have some blue sky for our travel days. And that's all the stickers. And I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4 of them out. Are you not impressed? So these 4, while lovely, 5 are not going with me. I think maybe I meant to bring this down for out of these journal, because there's seahorses down here, see? So let's move into this side. We've seen I have some sparkly washi tape, some gold foil, some just plain pink Sakura cheapy stuff, and then these are the dates for when I'm gone. Oh, look, this one's coming out already. This gold tape is horrible. Why am I even taking it? I have to put glue on it every time. So yeah, so that's the sampling there, and you can see there's some shimmer. And then we've got blues, of course. I wonder how this is going to go on the pink paper, but I'm just being hopeful. It's more of a Chinese scene. There's some lace and some white blossoms on that one. And this one, these are the 2 on that. This is horrible to peel. They are koi somewhere in there, and lizards and whatnot. And again, that tape that I showed you earlier, this is more of that. And then we have some pretty tape there. These I'll end up probably most using either as a border to finish off a day, or to tip things in. Again, the zinc paper. Let me do all the washi tape first. We've got that together. This is Leela Journals. This is Leela Journals, and I think that is Leela Journals as well. She did a beautiful pink array of tape. And there is some more pink themed tape there. And you can see I have 2 lots of more zinc. They come 10 in a pack. Am I only going to take 30 photos on a basically 30-day trip? No, there's going to be more than that. This will get me started so I can finish when I get back. So this is from Hobonichi. And let me just put that there so you can kind of see what I've got in here. I think these are Leela Journals, PET tape. It's all super clear. It's really lovely, isn't it? If nothing else, I'll be ready to do a very pink journal. I'm going to be going into an empty page. Well, that's good. I'm going into some different brands. I don't remember the brand of this one, but the artist. There's some nice little rosies there. Again, some cherry blossoms there. Lady in a kimono there. This one is lanterns. Oh, this is from Black Rabbit Journal. This is also from Black Rabbit Journal. Gates and bridges. Another kimono lady. Some cherry trees. So there. That one isn't full form. I might. Anyway. So there's that one. And then finally, there is this one. This has the card file, so it has like 2 perks at the front. So this is from the Hinoki Notebook Therapy first brand. So there's little tags and things. And then in this one, it's only open on one side on this. So again, that's some more from Leela Journals. I have like stickers and more washi tape. PET tape. So that's kind of what's happening here. So they're bitses, they're not full long length things. This is actually some very tiny Traveler's Notebook. Came out on the Traveler's Notebook newspaper magazines, of all people doing pictures. And I'm going to Kyoto, so I can always put that in for that day. Hoping to get a Kyoto Travelers Company notebook. We'll see how lucky that get is. That's just a tiny little snippet with his Traveller's Notebook from Job's Journal. Again, this is magazine cutout. And in the way back, I have sort of a plant bookshoppy something little sticker piece here, and then there's tiny, tiny stuff in this one. This little bag used to hold floss for your teeth, you know? But it's a very cute little glassine bag that I could use also, if need be, to hold something in the journal. And these are just stickers, just cut out from scrapbook paper. Tiny stickers. And then these are washi tape strips that are, hello, pink themed. So there we have it. That's everything, which is now scattered all over my desk. Everything that I'm taking with me for journaling purposes, plus, approximately 7 days worth of clothing. Hello, and I am back from my trip. I have a cold, as you do get on your trip, so apologies for the nasalness. So here we are, it's back. It doesn't look quite as stuffed as it was before, but that's because my journal no longer fits in there without some serious strain. Going to do the flip through. So I have some washi tape use here. I've decorated the cover with various PET tapes and bits and bobs. The background is a napkin, and this I picked up in Tokyo, the picture of Mount Fuji. It's a bit glary, hope you can see that. And then, so here on this side I have a schedule and a cherry blossom schedule, and I've decorated the cover page here with some notebook therapy tape, some other PET tape. This came off a packaging. And then I'm just going to do a flip. So you can see I'm using stickers and washi tape, putting in photos. This I picked up in Tokyo. It's actually got some embossing thingy on it. And like little bits and pieces. Brochures. These are all my attempts to try and get money out of an ATM. The right combination. There were stamping stations. So my last minute addition was this. Stamped as a Tokyo station, where we happened to end up on the 13th. And it is filled now. Well, mostly. The stamps. Because there were all these stamping stations. Some of them are not great, but that's okay. This is from Tokyo Station, and I meant to put all of these into the book, and then I didn't. As you can see, I put some pink watercolor on the background so it wasn't quite so stark. And this is like from your chopstick holders, more brochures. The washi tape wasn't sticking too well, which was a little annoying. And some of the pages, not even the photos, would stick well. So this paper was not actually the best paper, and I don't know if you can see there's a little glare here. But I've had to reinforce with tape, stuff that I've put down in clear tape, because they just would not stick down. Even that's still coming up, which is so annoying. Oh, and you'll see these stickers. I bought these in South Korea when we were there, and I have space to put something else there, but I haven't done that yet. This is from the C Day, and they had like a doodling class. So it goes like that, and that, and that. I did 4. And this is a photo of the painting I did, which I don't love. I'm going to keep the bird and some flowers and redo the background. Note from the laundry service, from the ship. And these are the Canon Ivy printer, and I would collage them so we get 2 photos per sheet, which is good because it has the last set of sheets left in here. Tickets. So yeah, so this is stuck in again with the clear tape, because this just, I don't know if it's just washi tape and it just doesn't want to stick, but yeah. Here we go. More tickets. More tickets. Ticket down here, which you probably can't see. And as you can see, I was using the PET tape and the stickers. A lot of ephemera though. And I really should know by now that I pick up a lot of ephemera and use that instead. This is a little memory of me having a K-pop moment at Gimpo Airport. There's a Nuchi tour now. And this is where the photos start disappearing. Just left a space here for photos in here because in addition to the photos we were taking, I'm using the backs of sticker sheets, the hard cover backs. So they were taking photos as well, and there's going to be like a whole Google Drive for us to pull pictures from. So I kind of started to feel a bit like, well, maybe I don't want to add pictures. I could add my own, print them off at home, because at this point I'm printing out a lot of stuff. Goes all the way over there, do you see that? Potentially not. Big flip outs. This is which keeps getting stuck right here. Fortune for the year. And then I just started doing some photos again here. See, like the stickers won't stick to the paper. Like, and these are notebook therapy stickers. And so yeah, so I still have space for photos here, and I just start leaving, entire pages. This won't stay stuck down. Entire pages of things. This is from banana milk. Top to the banana milk. So lots of pictures. See, the tape just doesn't want to stick to the page. I don't know if it's the tape, because it's happening with multiple brands of tape, or if it's the page or what, but it's very annoying. And last day sold. This came from a Buddhist temple, and it's a certificate of worship, and they were specifically telling me it was not a Goshuin. And this is a list of all the places where I got Goshuin, because that was an additional thing I decided I wanted to do. And this particular sect of Buddhism do not do the Goshuin. They do certificates of worship instead, which are pre-printed. It's pretty, but I didn't want to put it in my Goshuin book in case on future trips I see that and go, you put the wrong thing in your book, we're not going to stamp yours. So let's take a look at the Goshuin book, because it is gorgeous. Here it is. I picked it up at the Meiji Shrine in Tokyo. Let's go. So this first one is actually from the Meiji Shrine. It wasn't the first one I collected, but it was from the Meiji Shrine. Let me have my little thing open here. That's where I first bought it. So I love how it's got the symbol of the Emperor Meiji, and I think this is the date and this is the location, and then this is the blessing in the middle, or the name of the temple in the middle. This is the one I had to stick in from Shinagawa Shrine. There's beautiful pieces of glassine in between. This is Goshuin Temple. I got this one, and I got this one. This is their monthly one. It's probably not their prettiest, but I really like it. Definitely says Tokyo, and of course they have the thing with their little stamp thing on it. That was one of the more pricier ones too, by the way. This is the Zojoji Temple. This one is the Terakumi Jinja Shrine. This one, I think this one is the Itsukushima Shrine. And then this one is the Daigenji Temple. These were both in Hiroshima. We're now out of Tokyo. This was the Sujimoto Shrine in Kochi, and
they glued it into my book for me, which I thought was interesting. And then this is why you have these sheets of paper, because the ink takes a little while to dry. This is the Kinkakuji Temple in Kyoto. This one with the golden pagoda in the middle. It poured that day. I think it was the only reason why I was able to get a Goshuin, because the line had just scattered from the downpour of rain. This is the Heian Shrine, also in Kyoto. I would love to spend much more time in Kyoto. This is the Miho Shrine in Shimizu. I had to get that came on a piece of paper, so I had to glue that one in. And this last one is an Asakusa Shrine in Tokyo. I mean, look at that. Just folds in beautifully like that. And then has, I'm assuming, a list of temples where you can get similar ones, but it was my last day, so I still have several pages left to go. Plus, I can do the other side, which is currently. So that's my Goshuin book. That is my little souvenir from my trip to Japan. I would have included South Korea in there, but the shrines and temples don't do Goshuin in South Korea. So what did I use and what I did not use? Obviously, I packed too much. And there's a whole separate bag of like ephemera and stuff that I haven't used. I plan to make like a sort of like a junk journal kind of book from the ephemera and the receipts and bits and pieces that didn't make it into my travel journal. And I'm just going to open it up this way. I clearly did not close this up. Just put that out to the side. So I used this. It has the last set of photo pages in there. So this got use. Yay. I had to get a refill of this because I didn't bring one. I ended up not using this at all. I could have in Haneda Airport, but I didn't. I bought a new pen, this one. Yes, the Pilot Juice, while I was there. Because this one, the Muji one, stopped working. It would write 2 letters and then it would die. So that was a complete waste of time. I used quite a bit of this to stick things down more firmly. It has stronger stickiness. I use this for my titles. This is a pen I bought while I was there. It's a multi-Pilot Juice pen. And I bought it because my friend said she wanted one, so I decided to get one for myself. I didn't really use it. This glue stick came in handy for gluing down the stickers that would not stick and the tape that would not stick. I bought this in Tokyo at Sakaido. I did have another one of these, and I don't love this Kikuyu scissors. They're very sharp. I mean, they do a good job, but they're just a bit, there's not enough finesse and control on them for me. And I didn't know if they would pass muster going through custom security, even though they're the short, blunt blades. But they did. And I wasn't going to be too bad losing that. This is a pen that migrated from my purse. I had to buy new tweezers because I bent my other pair. I bought 2 of these and we're down to a little bit of ink on this one. So that was overall a pretty good use of what I bought pen-wise. I hang on to these as a marker for making space in the text as opposed to putting it on the last page. Let's look at the washi cards. There are some blank spaces here. I mean, these were all filled. This one is still pretty filled, actually. Okay. And this one is still pretty filled. And so is this one. So I probably brought 1, 2, 3 too many washi tapes. One of those was living in here because it had the dates on it. So probably only needed to bring 4 washi cards, not 7. Note to future self. This is ephemera. Picked up from the trip. And I did buy stuff, and this became a good place to store some of the stickers that I bought, and these are one of the stickers that I bought. I don't remember which store, probably No, I do. I think it was Loft in Hiroshima. It might have been Nagasaki. I think it was Nagasaki. Nagasaki, I bought them. Anyway, doesn't matter. No. So I was supposed to pull these out. So this became a hold-all for various things in addition to what I brought. So as you can see, all the photo paper is gone. I used a couple of things in here, but not a whole lot. I became very aware, because I've used the whole journal for the 30 days, that I didn't have a whole lot of space to decorate. So we're going to have to go bigger or have something with more pages maybe. So I used a lot of these. This was full of stuff. That's just got bits in it. I used a bit of that. I didn't use these black and white stickers. I used bits of those. This is a general hold on for small bits. I used bits of that. I didn't use these ones. She sticks are still here. This is ephemera from the trip. So yes, so generally I used some, but not all. It's less full than it was, but that's not saying a whole lot. This one is even worse. I used tiny bits here and there, but again, some of these were so big that I didn't feel like I had a whole lot of space in my journal. But don't worry, this is not going to go to waste. My plan is for the rest of the month of April, I'll be using these. Oh, and I got these. These are the same as the back of this one, but they're dragon stickers because, you know, sea dragons. So they're just going to be put to use in my daily, weekly journal setups in my Hobonichi cousin. Let's move to this side. Let's move over here just a smidge. There's a lot of stuff in here. There was a lot of stuff in here to begin with. Again, this is ephemera. It's, I don't know what that says. Am I holding it the right way? Yes, I am. But our tour guide wanted to know if we felt sick, and then she gave us these little snacks of love, basically. It was so cute and adorable. These are all my receipts. These will be going into the junk journal. Again, a junk journal item. I always keep these to like put extra pictures on the inside, and I will be doing that with this journal too once I get those additional photos from the tour. Extra tickets. I ended up using these to write notes on the cruise ship to the crew, who were amazing. So that didn't go to waste. Although I didn't use it all up, I used bits of this, so yay. Always good to carry a little bits of note paper with you when you're traveling so you can thank people. Oh, I should have done that for Sophie. Ah, dang it. I used a bit of this, I think. Not much. This is the postcard I picked up. So cute. In Tokyo, I think. So it's too wide to fit. Well, it does fit. For some reason, I decided not to put it in there. I think because the cherry blossoms hadn't happened yet, and most of my cherry blossoms were in Tokyo, so this will probably end up in the junk journal. This is a sleeve from one of the Goshuin, but I also picked up at the Meiji Shrine a fortune. And I need to find somewhere to put that. I think this is going to end up in the journal. Not with the envelope, it's too wide, but I need to figure out how to do that. So that is a piece to go into the journal somehow. This sticker somehow accidentally travelled with me, so I stuck it on here so I can transfer it into my journal later. Didn't end up using the eucalyptus at all. Didn't end up using this one at all, even though that it's, you know, cherry blossoms. These are stickers that I bought in Gyeongju, South Korea. So there are like 3 different things on the back. They're removable, but who's going to do that? This envelope didn't get used. This is a piece of ephemera. This is a postcard from the hotel we stayed at in Busan. Filming site for Crash Landing on You. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. This is a postcard from Jimin's dad. Jimin's in BTS. I'm not an ARMY fan, forgive me. I like some of their songs, but... So this was just a cute little postcard that he gave us. We visited the coffee shop. This is also from Busan. Just love the art that will be going... I might frame it, actually. That's really pretty. Another pretty postcard I couldn't resist. All right, here we go. Stickers. I threw out one sheet. I used up one entire sheet of stickers, and the rest are still here. Two. I threw out two. I've had one of these, and this is left over from that. I bought Busan stickers because apparently I couldn't resist. I bought Korean stickers. You can't see that very well. There we go. That's probably a bit better. From Korea. This is Atelier, I think. I don't remember. My voice is getting lower, I'm noticing. Sorry about the nasal stuff. So yes, I used a few of those. Now I'll finish using these in the junk journal. I clearly used a bit of that. These, I had 3 sticker sheets initially, and I gave one to another gal on our tour, the K-drama tour, because she wanted a journal by the same artist. I put together a sheet of, I think it was 9, it might have been 8, of these stickers out of the 3 that I had to give to her. So these ones for Sheila, for Gyeongju, and then these are just general Korea Seoul stickers. So the art is very cute, and they will be going into the junk journal. Maybe I should just start a junk journal pile while I'm here. Again, because of the space usage, these big stickers didn't get a lot of play. I did use one of those. I bought these stickers and then forgot I had them until after I'd done the journal entry. Getting dressed up in handbag was lovely, so I might come back in with some of these once I've got that page done in my journal, or these will end up in the junk journal. I did use a goodly number of those, and I did use 2 of those. These, again, too big to use, although I would love to have used them on one of the days which are the historical sites. Again, too big, mostly. And there was no rest on the thing. I didn't use that one at all. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. This one did get some use. I ended up cutting out some pieces because it would not come off the plastic, even though this is a sticker sheet plastic. That was annoying. I used a few of those. Didn't use anything on that sheet. Didn't use anything on this sheet. A couple of those. A couple of those. I do not know why I bought capybaras, but I saw a capybara sign, so that'll get some use in the junk journal. Put it over there. And then this is the Tokyo sheet that I brought with me that, has a few bits and pieces left on it. So that was the sticker sheets. This is the map from Sunshine Land. This is from Gyeongju. This is the chopstick holders. I used a couple of things out of this ephemera thing, but not a whole lot. Mostly these larger pieces I used to make more pages, tip-ins. And I started using these for tip-ins as well. I had dreams of using this in the journal, and then I forgot I had it. As for these sticker sheets, that were terrible. They would not stick. You can see I've used quite a bit of the weather ones there. I have not used these ones down here. And look, something's travelled from somewhere else. I used one of these, even though some of these were set in Korea. Again, it became a space issue of wanting to write down everything and then not have enough room for decoration. I used quite a few of those. A little bit here. Didn't use much of that one. Used a piece of that. I used 2 things off this one. Didn't use that second sheet. Did not use these at all. Didn't need to bring any of these. But these might go into the junk journal. And then extra blossom sheets, which I didn't use. So, not exactly a good run when it comes to... Oh, and this is another one of those plastic medicine packets. Just like in the K-dramas. Alright, so overall, not impressed with using this paper for journaling and sticking stuff in, because some of this paper just did not have the right kind of texture to make things stick, which was very annoying. And some of it was fine, but the rougher paper, and even some of the smooth paper, there was just some sort of resist. I don't know if it was because it was so textured, or what exactly, but when you have to stick things down on top of things that are supposed to stick down in the first place, they just got a little bit annoying. But maybe it's just the quality of washi tape is not all that. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, so I had an amazing time. I'm sure I've inserted some footage about all the cherry blossoms I ended up seeing, mostly in South Korea. Saw some in Japan. And I think that's it. So what I would say is I would pack a lot less next time. Will I pack a lot less next time? Probably not. But I think this went pretty well. I mean, it ended up carrying a couple extra pens, but it went pretty well. The printer went pretty well. If I have enough time in the evening, I'm more inclined to do photos. But the last week of the trip was so busy, I did not have space to put all the decorations that I wanted to put in. I mean, I've even had to choose not to put some ephemera in. So I would say, generally, that I could have packed a little less. Knowing that I prefer to put ephemera in over stickers anyway, it would have made sense just to do a little bit less. But, you know, half of the fun of doing this was to curate this all together. So I'll be doing the cherry blossom stuff as the theme for the rest of April in my Hobonichi cousin, saving the weather stickers for my next trip. So my junk journal, I'm not going to insert footage, it's a giant paper bag. I'm like a big paper bag journal. So I brought back several paper bags from Japan and Korea, and we're going to use that as the base. And we're going to slap down just junky ephemera and photos that can't fit into this even after I've done everything, and go from there. So if you want to see that flip through of that journal or the process thereof, I'm going to go and have a look at James Luke Burke's paper junk journal. He does show it on his channel somewhere. If I could find that link, I'll link it in the description below. But other than that, I am going to go have another cup of tea because the congestion is just really bleh. And then sort this out for decorating in my Hobonichi cousin and junk journal. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my rambling and sniffling and nasalness for the second half of this video. And coming up, coming up, I'm going to be a little bit more author-tubey. I'm going to take you, ultimately, on a journey through creating book 4 of the Mordredo Chronicles, and wrapping up all the loose ends, etc. And that'll be the end of that particular series once that's done. On Substack, at the moment, book 2 is just heading into its last third, so now be a great time to jump on and binge read book 1, which is quite short, and book 2, which is not as short. It's an actual book length, to get caught up on all that's happening over there with Adithya Pandir and her friends as they try and save the world from ecological collapse by collecting Arthurian treasure items, as it turns out. So book 3 is currently in the editing process, which is not that exciting, but I will be sharing a video about my editing process so you can get an idea of how that works for me. I have a new serial, short limited edition serial called Obsidian and Flame, and that's going to be running by itself for a while and then concurrently with book 3, because I have all this content to share, all these stories to share, and I can't sit on them forever. And you're getting them for free, and you know I'm doing my best job to write them, edit them, keep them nice and clean and the best they can possibly be before you see them, and it's still free. I mean, how lucky are you guys? So I don't know if the vlogs are going to be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, but I'm going to start out with like where the story idea started, developing book 1, book 2, and book 3, because each book has been different so far. And then we're going to see what book 4 is going to be like. And I know I could have done all this talking to you on the camera, and I'm so apologizing. It's just my hands that are probably out of focus, but my nose, and you don't need to see that. So that's coming up on the channel. Also, along with other things like building the props for book 3 and that kind of stuff. So, until next time, thank you for getting this far. If you got this far, put in a little flower sticker in the comments, a little flower emoji in the comments, and they'll know you made it to the end. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, which might be in a week or two, hopefully. Until then, bye for now.